Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Is that better? Great. I've been talking about so many things to absolutely nobody. That's wonderful. So, as I was saying, oh my god. Just doing a little bit of morning streaming. How's it going, Alex? Thanks for letting me know that my audio was off. The OBS decided to randomly fucking dump my blue snowball out of the audio and apply a random arbitrary audio input that doesn't even exist on my computer. It was just like a string of numbers and letters. Like, okay, great. So it randomly just decided to change my audio off. That's something that I have to keep an eye on in the future, I guess. But as I was saying earlier, I'm painting a little bit of stuff for BattleTech. I've got this rifleman here that I just put some white on because I'm going to throw some red contrast paint on there, get some more of the red detailing over the black. Here we have a Night Star, which kind of reminds me of the Warhound Titans from Warhammer 40k, so I'm gonna probably end up painting that one red. Here's a Warlord. There's two big guns. And then right now what I'm painting on... Oh, great, I just steamrolled my brush through the paint that I set. Wonderful. But right now what I'm painting on is the Stone Rhino. And I found a color that's similar to Haze Gray from the ships that I'm using, because I want it to look like a big battleship. It kind of looks like a big battle barge already. So we're just going to give it the old Haze Gray treatment. It's the match that I found, it's not really a match. I think Haze Gray has a little bit more green and blue in it than this gray does, whereas this one is much more neutral. Yeah, right. 4 big main cannons. I don't know if you ever saw this one in the games when you were playing the Stone Rhino. I don't know if they had it as an available option or whatever. But it's pretty sweet. Fucking loaded with guns. I think a couple of them are PPCs. I think a couple of them are... Maybe it's just large, extended range, large lasers or something like that. I can't remember. I'd have to look at his battle sheet to find out. I may or may not go play a game tomorrow. Got someone that's been itching to play some Classic, apparently. But we'll see if they're available on Sunday, because Saturdays I've been playing Gloomhaven. That game's been super fun. I'm the Elementalist right now. So I retired the Sunkeeper, the Paladin, a little while ago, which was good. Yeah, we'll see if we can get this stuff a more even coat. You really do have to do 2 thin coats with this army painter stuff. Like, it's kind of a joke or a meme or whatever. Oh, the 2 thin coats, because Duncan Rhodes says it all the time. A really prominent painter guy that I've showed a couple times on the channel. He's always like, do 2 thin coats, 2 thin coats, because it's safe. It's safe to do 2 thin coats, and it allows the paint to sit better instead of globbing it all on very heavily and then, you know, waiting for it to even itself out. The 2 thin coats is great because, I don't know, I think this army painter paint has a little bit... Oh, he didn't get very far. It would be dope if it was in there because it's freaking huge! I wonder... I have no idea what I'm going to paint the canopy on this thing, honestly. What do you think? Is it turning out, like, ship-like enough? It's always weird painting a gray model more gray after priming it like black and white. It's a very strange thing to paint a gray model more gray. But like I said, I want it to look like a big battleship because it does kind of look like it's got that battle barge thing going on, you know? So I just want to make it look very nice. Very nice. Big guns. Yeah. Navy vessel gray. As I was saying, I think I said it when my audio was off, but I found this match, sort of, from Army Painter called Uniform Gray. And I think it's a pretty good match, but it seems like Haze Gray has a little bit more green to it than this stuff does, whereas this is more of like a blue, a very neutral gray. Yeah, it seems like this stuff has a little bit harder time with adhesion to the primers. Or maybe that's just me putting extra brush strokes in it and stuff when I shouldn't be. That's probably more like what it is. It's just extra brush strokes that I shouldn't be putting in there. I'm so used to just being able to slap it on there and have the paint even itself out though, so a little bit difficult, but we'll get her. Yeah, I'll look at the... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, see, that stuff got really, really thin in there. But then when you play with it, it just comes right off. Jeez. Trying to keep this thing good to go. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. When he told me he was like, I'm painting the ship a little while ago, it kind of gave me an idea. I was just like, you know, this one, this specific... Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of gray. Shit. Hold on, let me see if I can suck some of it back up with the little... with our little nipple here. I think I might just end up wasting a bunch of it, but that's okay. Okay, so give me a little bit of this. Remember, don't want to water it down too much. This stuff seems to be pretty good consistency. Maybe it's not mixed well enough. I don't know. Something's up. Something's up. I'm not doing it right, but that's okay. Let's see. Where else are we going with this stuff? Maybe on the feet here. Feet! Just grab a little bit of this right here. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty dark, but I think it'll work out. It's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna make all the cannons and stuff metal. Standard, whatever. Standard, whatever. You know. Shit, I should have just primed this thing uniform gray. It would have been so much easier. Apparently uniform gray is a primer. Yeah, I think it would have turned out a lot better if I would have just primed it haze gray, honestly. Truth be told, this is a little bit of a waste of time because I'm just kind of painting a base paint that is available in primer over other primers. So it's a little bit of a waste of time here, but that's part of getting experience. That's part of getting your experience and knowing what you're doing. Is doing it, screwing up, you know. It's not like I'm ever gonna paint one of these again. I'll just have the one. Because you don't need two of them. You don't quite need two stone rhinos. They're huge. And they're expensive points-wise in the game. they're not very expensive money-wise. Okay, we're gonna have to rinse out this brush here pretty soon. This thing is dirty. Hello, it looks like we have another person joining us in the chat there. How's it going? Just hanging out, painting. Me and my buddy Alex are here. Well, Alex is an Air Force guy, so I don't know how present he actually is, but we're glad to have him here anyway. He told me my audio wasn't working, and I'm like, no! But I was glad for the info. Thanks for the intel, buddy. That way I could fix it. Again, I was just kind of scolding myself for painting this whole thing a color that I could have just primed it with. The uniform gray from Army Painter. As your stepfather. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wonder if Zane's awake yet. Did you put in for the Dark Tide test? The system test or whatever the heck it was? Who is it? I got a message. Let's see who it is. Okay, back to the big battle barge. Keep myself focused here. Can't be answering messages right now. I like Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's a fun game. Okay, enough answering messages now. It's time to paint more haze gray. I got a job to do. I got a job to do on the ship. Shit, this might take 3. Jesus. Stuff is so finicky. It's like, it's not watery enough. It's too watery. Well, shit, bro. What am I supposed to paint? I'm confused. I'll just grab some of this laser housing here. Laser house! Robot house! I don't know if they are large lasers. Hell, they might be PPCs. They might be PPCs. It's hard to tell. Oh, look at this spot. Right up here. Perfect spot for accolades. You get a kill in a game, you get a carrot, baby. Oh, gotcha. I thought he was just on like... Is that what they call regular duty? Is that what they call duty? Because I figured since I didn't see you guys on last night that he was probably on duty. Okay. So I'm gonna take one more load of this gray. And then I kind of want to see what's going on with some metal on this guy. Honestly. Show him what's up with my metal painting. Okay. My metal painting skills. Oh, great. Oh, great. Paint my finger because that's what needs it. My finger has become painted. Thank you. Yes, sir. You are welcome. The bow. The bow at. My color is lacking color. It's true. It's very gray. But we'll put some metal on it. We'll grab some, what do you call it? You know, the thing. Grab some other colors to put on it too. We might even take some of that matte white to paint the numbers on. Some of that matte white to paint the numbers on. Beep beep boo. Let's see. And then honestly, once I get all this gray painted up, I think I'm gonna run back over to the rifleman. Paint that up a bit. Then we might grab the metal, do up his barrels and his other various metal parts. So first off, we'll start off with our rifleman. I just need to put a little bit more red on him. You're waking up still. Oh, my finger is lacking color. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Now it's gray, so it's even more colorless. Whoops, jeez. Doing a charging attack, crashing right into the warlord. So yeah, could have just painted it uniform gray from the army painter priming stuff, but that's fine. That's fine. I didn't have the primer at the time. I should have thought about it, but the Stone Rhino was already primed anyway, so we'll have to end up patching that gray some more. It seems like you have to put a lot of coats of that army painter stuff. Here, let me get a picture of this thing real quick. Alright, let's get a nice little picture of our handsome little man here. Not me. I said handsome. I said handsome little man. I am not handsome. I'm not little either. Let's see if we can get like a really good picture of it. Okay, so hand me a little bit of this. No, not the Flesh Terrors. The Flesh Terrors is the darker one. We want the Blood Angels red. Get some of this Blood Angels red shaken up, and see, here's our contrast paint. So something I'm a little bit more used to working with. Something I'm just a hair more used to working with, this Blood Angels red. This is a good contrast paint. I'm really in love with this stuff. I use it all the flippin' time. And it just goes so well over everything. Like the white, check this out, boom. Or was I using the darker red? Boy, I can't remember if it was Blood Angels or Flesh Terrors. That's starting to look like that was a Flesh Terrors red. Whoops. Okay. So maybe I put the Blood Angels red away for a reason? That happens. Whoopsie. Whoopsie! How late were you up last night, Alex, buddy? Buddy boy. Yeah, no, that's supposed to be Flesh Terrors, I'm pretty sure. Whoops. Well, let's find out. Yep, that's it. It's definitely it. Okay. And just kind of just what I wanted. Just a little bit more red accents for our rifleman here. I might take some Basilicanum Gray and wash this metal real quick too. Just cause. I really like doing that technique. It always comes out looking good. There's an alarm going off! No! We'll all put a stop to that. There we go. Okay, so there's the Flesh Terrors. We'll take a little bit of our Basilicanum Gray here. Oh, if I can find it. Where are all these paints? What's happening? Where am I? What's happening? Where am I? Get some of this gray going. Let's see here. So where we're gonna go next. Take a little bit of this Basilicanum Gray. Just kind of... I think maybe we can leave the gold alone. Okay. Let's grab a bushier brush. And what I have here, because I want to paint up these rifle barrels next. These rifle barrels. The rifle barrels. The rifle barrels. There we go. That should be pretty good. All right. Now, I really can't decide what to do with this bad boy. Should I camo cloak him up to try this speed paint out? Because I've got this speed painter stuff, which is a lot like our contrast paints, as I was saying earlier. Let's see if we can get this stuff to work out. Maybe we'll start with the red, honestly. Or we were looking at some metal, so let's do that. Okay, I need to kind of grab a reference. What do we want here? Dark metal or lighter metal for this guy? Yeah, I might try to do some of that Nagaroth Night, because it's not quite so dark like this Black Knight. So I took this shade called Nagaroth Night and put it over the metal. I think it really turned out nice. Honestly, we could try something different for this one because I have a couple different metal colors here. Metallic. I've got a couple different metallic colors. I've got one that's darker, which I probably don't want for that. And then we've got Iron Breaker, which is a little bit lighter. More like the plate mail from the Army Painter. It's a very neutral silver. Not a whole lot of like other pigments in it to taint it. So we'll give that a shot first. See how this Iron Breaker works out. Stuff seems pretty good. Gotta shake this stuff up really well. I haven't messed with it in a while, so. Okay, so to begin, mice. Okay, so grab some of this Iron Breaker. Ooh, I like that. I can't tell if this paint is watered down already or not. It kind of seems like it. This stuff is weird. I did get this from a friend, so maybe they treated it with something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they treated it with something. So shiny. Very shiny. And then I think I'll hit it with the Nagaroth Night. God, that's weird. Seems like all paint is sort of having trouble adhering to this. Did I prime it wrong or something? Or is it just too thin? Not tell. This stuff seems pre-thinned, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty thin already. Alright, well. Let's just try putting it on like so. Oh yeah. Pretty sure that stuff is pre-thinned. We're gonna have to do 2 thin coats. Oh god, that's really weird. Really weird how this stuff is going on. Did I just water it down too much? Like maybe that's the case. So we'll just paint the metal on these barrels then, and then I'll go and do something else while it dries. Paint something else, of course. But I'll go and paint something else while it dries, and then we'll just kind of go from there, because that's looking a little weird and ridiculous. A little weird and slash ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. What else on this do we want to be metal? I don't really know. Maybe it just kind of stays this way. With the gray and the big guns. It needs a little bit of something something. And we will find that something. Just don't know what yet. We might need to do a little bit of web exploring. Possibly look at some... battleships. See what kind of naval vessels we can find. See what kind of stuff we can find. What was I looking? Boom, boom. Naval battleship. Images. Okay, let's go ahead and do the display. Go here. See, that's pretty similar to the color I've got. It changes in the sun and everything. I mean, let's have a look at one of these. It's fairly, like, monochromatic, you know? Fairly monochromatic. White numbers with black borders. That's going to be hard to do. I want to put the white numbers on it. I really do. So I'm going to try. Naval vessels. See, the deck is always like a different color. That's the thing. I just don't know what's... I should put some numbers on it. Kind of like a naval vessel. I could put some naval camouflage on it. Ooh, look at that. Is it shipping a ship? It's shipping a ship. Yeah, see, the decks are always like different colors. Look at those fucking guns, man. God, those things are huge. So ridiculous. How they can have those things fire without making the whole ship just topple, it's crazy. Look at that. Fucking insane, man. But yeah, I guess I don't really know what exactly I want to do for the colors just yet. We may have to let that one sit for a minute before I figure out what to do with it. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and work on this Night Star a little bit anyway. So we'll grab out that Flesh Terror's Red again. Oh shoot, we might even make it something different colored. Ooh, what if we did Aethermatic? Made it blue instead? Blue instead of red. Well, what are we thinking? Armor plates are red. Red, red, red. Red, red wine. I think I'd really like it to be red, honestly. I don't want to mess with it. Could make it orange. Yeah, interesting. So we've got our ever faithful bushy brush here with its messed up ferrule and such. The patented, the famed bushy brush. Just kind of messed up and perfect for paint and stuff. Now we have to decide what's going to kind of be armor housing and what's going to be all. I think I know exactly. I think I know precisely what's supposed to be what and where. Okay, so we've got our Flesh Terrors Red here. Just gonna grab a bit and start going to town on these gun arms. I heard Woodrow Wilson's guns, I heard them in the bay. Okay. We'll just grab this here. This is all housing. This is all housing. Fuck. Wow. God damn. Shit. Contrast panes. Very difficult sometimes. That's okay. We're going over that with a metal, so that's fine. Okay. Bread's a tough cookie sometimes. Bread is a tough cookie. Especially when painting large areas. Do, do, do. Okay. Paint off camera for just a second here. There we go. I heard Woodrow Wilson's guns, I heard them in the bay. In Palestine, Berkeley. Alright. Very nice, very nice. Gotta love painting me some armor plating. I'll just kind of go willy-nilly with it. We'll paint over it later once it's dried. Should we need to, we paint over it later when it's dry. Okay, that's kind of what you need to do with the red, I think. Else you'll end up putting too many brush strokes and shit in it. Blood red. Very nice. Okay. That son of a bitch Van Owen flew off Roland's head. Okay, we go like yeet, 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 yeet. Do 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 do. Honestly, might just end up painting a bunch of big paint jobs on a few guys, and then doing the detailing later tonight. I think I might paint again. We'll have to see. All right, it's a start. It's a start. It's a big start. Pennies from heaven, pennies from heaven, pennies from heaven, you and me. See if we can get it to show up a little better. Seeing it in the camera helps me pick out those white spots better. Okay. Alright, so we've got our basis set for a couple of these heavies, of these bad boys. Here's our rifleman. I think he's looking pretty much done. That looks pretty dang good. So we'll keep a hold of that fella, put him alongside our Black Knight and our longbow over here. I still think I like the catapult the best for any type of missile boat mech. Here's the longbow. So, I don't know, that one I'm still thinking of a paint job for. I don't really know what to do with it. So here's the basis. We're starting out here with our stone rhino. Gonna make it look like a naval vessel. Very gray. And then here we have our Night Star, which we're just painting red and metal. Be pretty good. So I've got the basis set down for a couple of good mechs. I think I'm going to come back and stream again a little bit later, probably in like 12 hours, honestly. And yeah, I'm going to be painting some more on those a little bit later. If I don't end up coming back, then I guess I just won't. I guess I just won't. So, anyhow, thanks everybody for stopping by, chatting for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you later.